Brown Vegan here. Welcome to my channel. Now I know I have not been posting as much as I should or as much as I want to, but I've been having some technical difficulties. But that's not what you're here for, right? You're here for the recipes. In my last video, I made a fantastic focaccia bread, which was a really great experience making bread for the first time. It was beautiful. If you haven't already checked out that video, pause this video, open a new tab, watch that video and come back, or you can watch it after. But definitely make sure you check that video out to see how I made the focaccia bread, because that is what we are making our sandwiches with. In that video, I told you I was gonna show you a few ways to make some vegan sandwiches that are delicious. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's 2020 and this is not an acceptable vegan sandwich anymore. If you are ready to take your vegan sandwich making game to the next level, keep watching this video and I will show you how. Now you don't have to use focaccia bread, of course. You can use any type of bread you want, but we are using focaccia bread today so that our sandwiches are thick, filling, and delicious. So let's get into it. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so we are starting with the breakfast sandwich. This is the focaccia bread with the garlic confit topping, and then you just assemble the veggies you want. I've got mushrooms, bell peppers, garlic, and onion. Use whatever you like, whatever you have. And then I'm just gonna saute each of these things individually. So I got the onions and garlic. And then for round 2, we got the bell peppers. Round 3, I'm gonna do the mushrooms. I do it this way just simply because the pan is not big enough to cook all of these things evenly. So this is just the best way to do it for me. I'm also doing a tofu scramble with this. Use your own recipe if you have one. If you wanna know how I did it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and I will do a recipe video on how I do my tofu scramble. And then I want to have some melty cheese, so I have the Violife cheddar shreds, and I'm just adding a little bit of soy milk. I'd say maybe like 1.5 teaspoons, maybe a little bit less than that. And then you're just going to turn on the heat and cook it down. And it doesn't really look like much right now, but trust me, after a little bit, it's going to start to get all nice and melty. Yeah, not here. Trust me, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, here we are. This is the consistency you want. This is the perfect melty cheese. This is the only way I found out how to make melty cheese. But if you know another way, let me know in the comments down below. But we're ready to assemble. Your bread should be nice and toasty. Remember, if you're doing it in this order, put it on low so it doesn't burn. For the first layer, I'm going to be adding on some Sriracha because we like a little bit of kick with our sandwiches. Then we are going to put on that melty, welty, ooey gooey cheese. And make sure you spread it around nice and good like. Then you're going to just plop on your tofu scramble. Okay, you can see I added a little bit of sausage in there just to, I don't know, make it taste better, and there you have it. You got your breakfast sandwich. Breakfast is served. And what is the jury's final verdict? They say it is good. Now that you've had your breakfast, it is time for lunch. So first we're going to introduce our sauces. I'm starting off with Vegannaise by Follow Your Heart. And then, to keep it a little spicy, I'm going to have some spicy brown mustard. And here's the star of our sandwich. This is a tofurkey plant-based deli slice. It comes in a package just like this. It looks reminiscent of turkey in a way, doesn't it? Although it does rip pretty easily, as you can see here. This is just torn up, but that's what it looks like out of the container. And I'm gonna have some daiya provolone style cheese slices, and of course an avocado. Love me some avocado. You know the saying life is like a box of chocolates? They should be saying life is like an avocado, because you really do not know what you're gonna get until you cut that thing open. So all you can do is hope for success. And we have success! Yay! And for the bread, I'm going to be using the focaccia bread with the caramelized onion that got a little too brown. We're going to put the cheese on it so it can melt down a little bit. So back to your avocado. You're going to want to slice this bad boy up however you want. It doesn't really matter because we are going to be mashing it. Make sure it is ripe. If it is not ripe enough, it's going to be really hard to mash, and then you're just going to put in your seasonings. I'm putting in a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of Italian seasoning, some black pepper. This is some seasoned salt, and that's it. You're gonna mix it up. Here is the bread out of the toaster. Of course, the cheese did not melt, and I did not expect it to. But anyway, we are gonna put on some of that spicy brown mustard. some mayonnaise. Make sure you get it all over your bread as much as you like. And you're gonna put on the mashed avocado. Make sure you mix it up well and get those seasonings nice and incorporated. And at the last minute, I decided to add some tomato because what is a turkey sandwich without tomato? And then add on your tofurkey slices. I put on 3 slices in total. Oh yes, and you need some greens as well, just to make it look a little healthy. And I did that upside down. Oh, here it is, I flipped it over. And that's what the sandwich looks like at the end. A little bit messy, but it was incredibly delicious. When I said thick, I meant thick. These sandwiches are thick. You will not be able to get it all in one bite, but they are so good. Now I know not all vegans were created equal. Everyone does not like the faux meat, so we got a veggie hummus sandwich coming up for you. I've got your eggplants, bell peppers, and some zucchini. Use whatever veggies you like or what you have on hand. And you're just gonna chop them up to about roughly the same size. Put them all in a bowl. And then we are going to drizzle on the olive oil. Don't be afraid, be generous. Put on as much oil as you need and give it a nice mix. If you don't want to use olive oil, I guess you could use water. I don't know, honestly. But we're going to put on our seasonings. I got some paprika, some onion powder, some seasoned salt, some black pepper, and you thought I forgot, but I did not. You're going to add on some garlic powder, and of course some Italian seasoning. This is pretty much my go-to combination whenever I'm seasoning pretty much anything. Once everything looks good and ready to go, you're just gonna give it a nice toss. Make sure everything gets coated in the seasonings evenly. Now we are ready to roast the veggies. You're just gonna get some type of cookie sheet, put some parchment paper on it, and spread out the veggies. You wanna make sure it is all in a single layer so that everything gets roasted to perfection. In the meantime, I'm toasting up the bread. This time I'm using the focaccia bread with the olive topping. Here are the veggies fresh out of the oven, nice and roasted. They are fork tender, not too mushy, not too crunchy, just perfectly in the middle. And they look so, so good. I cannot wait to dig into this. Our bread is ready and you know what to do. It is time to assemble. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread on some hummus. This is actually my homemade garlic hummus. If you would like to see a video on how to make this, it's really, really easy. Give this video a thumbs up and I will show you how. We are back at it again with the avocado because I just cannot stay away. And then you're going to layer on the veggies. Easy as that. You can layer it on thin, you can layer it on thick, however you like it, but flip that top over and you're done. You got yourself a gorgeous looking veggie hummus avocado sandwich. And here I am awkwardly posing with said sandwich. And let me tell you, this one was just as good, if not better than the other 2 sandwiches. It was fantastic. And of course, we save the best for last. This is the chicken Parmesan sandwich. We are using the focaccia bread with the rosemary topping. And here's my dredging station. I've got 3 bowls. Into 1 bowl, I'm going to be pouring some flour. You don't really need that much because I'm only doing 2 cutlets today. And then you're going to add on a little bit of paprika. Don't be afraid, you can add more than I did. Add however much you think you need and give it a mix. Into bowl number 2, I am pouring some soy milk. You want it to be plain, not sweetened, no vanilla, none of that stuff, just plain soy milk. And into the last bowl, I'm adding breadcrumbs. These panko crispy breadcrumbs are the only ones I've found that were vegan. The other ones had milk, so just be careful, make sure you read the back. Whenever I use plain breadcrumbs, I like to season it, so here I am using some black pepper to taste, and some Italian seasoning, a little bit of nutritional yeast, just a little bit of seasoned salt, and some vegan Parmesan. You can use as much as you like. I'm being very generous here because this is a chicken Parmesan, so I'm giving the Parmesan. And then you're gonna mix it all up. Now the star of this sandwich is this Don't Be Chicken meatless chicken style breast that I found at a local, I guess, grocery store or health food store. It's called Wegmans. If you have one of those, definitely try it out. This is good. This is what the cutlet looks like. There's grill marks on one side. I don't know what went wrong with that, but it is what it is. But basically, you're just gonna press it into the flour. And yes, you have to press it in because it's not really gonna stick perfectly. And make sure you get the sides as well. Then you're just going to dip it into your soy milk. Make sure you get it nice and wet. And then press it into the breadcrumbs. Make sure you get every side covered and coated. That's going to help it be really crispy and crunchy. And rinse and repeat. And I'm sure you know what to do next. You're just going to fry it up in some oil. It says to cook it for about 10 minutes, so I did 2 minutes and then switched sides for 10 minutes total until it was nice and crispy. And now we are ready to assemble. The bread is nice and toasted up. I made some mozzarella cheese the same way as I made the other cheese, just some mozzarella shreds with a little bit of soy milk just to melt it down. This one turned out to be really thick and sticky, but it was still good. And then you're just going to place your chicken breast on top of that, and then add some tomato sauce of your choice. I also happen to have these plant-based Parmesan cheese shreds, which are vegan and plant-based, and I decided to just add that on top as well, just because it looked really, really yum. And then just plop that other piece right on top and you're done. You got yourself a sandwich. And would you look at that? It looks so good. I could eat it through the screen. And we are ready to eat. Somehow, some way, where there's a will, there's a way. Press it down if you have to, just don't hurt yourself. Enjoy yourself. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me make all of those delicious sandwiches. I'd have to say if I were to rank the sandwiches, I think I would do the chicken parmas #1, then the veggie and hummus, then the tofurkey, and then the breakfast sandwich. Some were a little bit more delicious than others, but they were all delicious. Don't get me wrong. I hope you give at least one of these sandwiches a try. They were great. If you have any other ideas as to what should go into a vegan sandwich, let me know in the comments down below. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys are all staying happy, healthy, and safe, and corona-free, and I will see you in the next video. But before you go, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know. If you have anything in particular that you want me to veganize, let me know. I got a bunch of ideas and videos coming out, but I am open to trying all kinds of different things. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.